2008 saw the release of their fifth album, the double platinum Out of Control, giving the band their most successful track to date. But in true Girls Aloud style, it was never going to be easy.
We had to fight for The Promise to be the first single off the last album.
1, 2, 3, 4. Everything he does better than anything ordinary.
The label didn't want it to be that, they wanted it to be something else, and we all felt so strongly about it.
We just knew when we heard that track it was going to be a hit. My spidey sense was going crazy.
And we were like, it has to be this, and that was the first time we really put our foot down.
I had just flown back down from LA, and they were saying it must be this other song. No other way can it be. And I was like, okay, so there's no point in me sitting in this photo shoot. If we're not doing The Promise first, I may as well just fly back to LA right now. And yeah, about 45 minutes later, we were doing The Promise was our first single. I was like, okay, hair, makeup, work away.
I felt like women loved it. They loved the glamour of it. It was a real strong girls moment. It's a great song.
I remember someone saying that The Promise was like, oh, pop suicide, and we were like, oh, please. And then it went straight in at #1, then the album was at #1, and then we won a Brit with The Promise, so we were like,
So the girls were proved right, and 6 months later, they were the toast of the Brits.
The performance was just so camp. It was absolutely brilliant. Those Pink fans at the beginning, and us just terrified we were going to stack it down those stairs.
I was shaking coming down those stairs. Another thing that girls hate to do is walk up and down stairs on a performance in their heels. And yeah, we were shaking. But I think we managed to pull it off.
The girls' night was about to get even better as the award for Best Single was announced.
And the winner is my favourite Girls Aloud! The Promise!
I will never forget winning the Brit because it took us 7 years to be recognised.
It came quite far into our career and we kind of thought, you know, we're ever going to get one sort of thing. It kind of pushed us to the next level and we finally got it.
Well, firstly, we want to say this award was voted for by the public. So thank you so much to all our fans and everyone that voted for us. This means so much to us.
It was amazing. It was probably the best feeling ever. It's about time! We've achieved probably what we've all wanted to be doing since we were little girls. Couldn't believe it. You know, we worked really hard to get that.
It's stuff that I've dreamed of, stuff I watched other artists doing and think, wow, I wish I could do that. And now I've done it.
This is the cherry on the cake, thank you!
2 months after this incredible win, with the release of Untouchable, their 21st single, the girls took the difficult decision to bow out of the spotlight. It was time for a much-needed break.
We actually got to a point where we were on a cycle of 7 years of recording, promoting, touring, recording, promoting, touring, recording, and it just naturally came to a point where it was like, okay, a break.
We never really knew what our plans were, to be honest. We just knew that it was time for a break. We didn't know how long that was going to be.
That break eventually lasted 3 years. Now, Girls Aloud are back.
And everyone stand by, roll sound.
Today, they're on set for the very first time since their hiatus to shoot the video for comeback single, Something New.
I
feels amazing actually to be all back together.
Video shoots notoriously in Girls Aloud are always last minute. I couldn't find any trousers, so I had to have like trousers made. They made them this morning. They were still making them when I got here at like 8 o'clock. It's always like that.
I've just done my solo performance. That's why I'm a little bit sweaty. I've got these leather pants on, which are like a boiler suit. I was really excited to get back in front of the camera. It's been so long, and just to actually get to have it.
All the girls have just slipped exactly back into their old places. Everybody's kind of back into their way they were at the very start.
She's doing a really good job up there, and she's doing some serious headbanging.
My neck is killing from yesterday.
Go, 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 go!
It actually feels really refreshing to be part of the fight again because the pressure's not all on me anymore. I can spread some of it out, so it's nice to be able to share the responsibility again. This is going to be, in classic Girls Aloud mode, a long night. But I'd be worried if it wasn't.
You got me injured, literally. Can I just maybe, I'm trying to kind of shield my boobs, but I don't know if that's worse. I'm going to put that down.
Comfort's a priority, as the girls are never without their trademark killer heels. And on a video shoot, they can dance in them for up to 12 hours a day.
Dancing in high heels is something you have to learn and take time with. It's not something that happens easy.
The amount of pain we have put ourselves through wearing heels like that and trying to dance in them. Honestly, I think every single video shoot we've ever done ends with mainly me and Cheryl in tears on the floor with our shoes off, like, my feet.
I mean, I would literally cry sometimes on video shoots. My feet were that painful. I would cry. If you watch us stomp around in high heels and do the same choreography, it's like, wow, that's pretty impressive.
Oh my God, that's how much my feet have just swollen.
No, they were hard to get off.
Oh yeah. Sexy.
As part of their reunion, the girls have been invited to open the Centenary Royal Variety performance. So with the new video in the bag, it's time to brush up an old favourite. It's a decade since Girls Aloud first hit our screens, and for the past 3 years, they've been taking a well-deserved break. Finally, after months of speculation, they're back. But planning for this moment has been in the girls' minds for over a year.
3 years kind of flew by.
I don't think we ever meant to take a hiatus for as long as we did. But we just got so carried away with our own solo projects.
And then it was, you know, it was our 10-year anniversary, and I think that's what made us think, actually, like, this is the right time, you know, we should do it now.
Nothing has changed.
To me, it actually felt like we just missed those 3 years and it never happened. It was really strange. It was like the same dynamics were still there. It was like no time had passed at all.
We all have the same humour, we were laughing at the same things, we were getting annoyed at the same things, we always got annoyed at.
The photographer's trying to get our attention, and we're too busy gasbagging. And all you can hear is meow, 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 catching up, gossiping.
We're often asked, what do you think it is that makes Girls Aloud different enough to have had such longevity? And I would have to tell you that the only thing I can think is we are great together.
And it's this bond that's ensured they're here today. This year, Girls Aloud were invited to open the Royal Varieties centenary performance in front of Her Majesty the Queen.
These are our dresses that we're wearing tonight. These are all handmade for everybody. See all this detail? And it's not like one of those dresses that you can walk about an inch each step that you take. But if I could walk around in this kind of stuff all day, every day, I would. I can't believe we're out this show. I can't believe it. Actually, oh, my mum's going to be so proud.
I think Royal Variety is the perfect celebration for our 10-year anniversary. It's going to be such a special performance for us, I think.
10 years on, and nothing's changed.
2 minutes ready.
Backstage, it's chaos as usual.
Something's sticking. She put my left foot on my right foot. Hold on, like that.
Love our outfits. Nobody can walk. Everyone's like... there she is.
It's time to introduce our very first act of the night.
Have a good one, girls.
They've had amazing success over the last decade, and now, having taken a break, they're back together. Please welcome Girls Aloud!
1, 2, 3, 4. Everything he does is better than anything ordinary, and everything he wants he gets, 'cause everything he does is kind of necessary.
Girls Aloud are back on stage, and what better song to perform than a favourite number?
You're gonna make me love you. Nothing at all has been there. I do. The promise I made, the promise I made. It's starting to break, it's starting to fade. So baby, you're gonna make me love you. Nothing at all that I cannot do. The promise I made, the promise I made.
As the curtain closes on the Royal Variety, there's time to reflect on what the last decade has given Girls Aloud. What has it meant to be in Britain's favourite girl band?
Being in Girls Aloud's given me everything that I dreamed of having in a career. You know, I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I loved performing. I loved the travelling. Hate airports, but I love travelling. I've been able to see the world. We've just experienced so many things together as well. It's not like we've just done it on our own.
I feel really proud, actually, to be a member of Girls Aloud. I think we all feel like that, you know, proud of the group and what we've achieved. It's an experience that we have shared, and I feel like we've put so much of our heart and soul into the group. I just feel really proud that I'm part of it.
The moment we got in the band was like the life-changing moment. You didn't think about 10 years down the line. You just don't as a 17-year-old. It's crazy.
Like, we've done a lot of stuff. And when you listen to people's stories about their memories of certain songs or where they were when certain songs came out, it's amazing. It doesn't feel real. It's kind of really strange that I'm a part of that whole thing. Still crazy for me.
Being in Girls Aloud has been some of the best years of my life and always will be. I feel blessed that it's been with the other 4 girls that it has been, and it's just a special time in my life. So to see where we'll be in the next 10 years, God only knows.